Thanks for joining us for another edition of Weekend Winners, proudly brought to you by One Equine for the equine athlete. We're back at Albion Park on Saturday night, no racing on Tuesday. Remedial works undertaken. We saw Fast Time last week, race 1, Always Smokin', joining that sub-50 club at Albion Park. So with the track being renovated during the week, a little bit of a jazz up, we could see some very fast times this weekend leading into the summer carnival. So who knows, but I think it's going to be a great night of racing. 10 in total on Saturday night. We kick off at 5:40. There's a good free-for-all for the pacers. There's also a good free-for-all for the trotters. So there's something for everyone on Saturday night. In this edition of Weekend Winners, I'm going to speak with Mitch Turnbull and Brendan Barnes. Mitch Turnbull joins us to go through his runners on Saturday night. He's in the hot seat. Mitch, appreciate the time.
No worries, Chris. Good to speak to you.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got two runners in this first race on Saturday night, the Rainbow Beach and Better Keppel. We'll start with the Rainbow Beach, your drive, gate 2. Is this a suitable race for the Rainbow Beach here with the draw?
Yeah, I think so. His last two Saturday starts at Albion Park, he's had zero luck. And when he had a bit of luck in the heat at Redcliffe, he got the job done. Yeah, and I think that's a good summation there, because he didn't have any luck at Albion Park, bad draws, no luck in running. He just put them to the sword in that heat there at Redcliffe. He was really impressive, and the sectionals back it up. Yeah, that's right. And that day he did have a horrible draw, so I had to drive him for luck, and he definitely got a heap of luck. But just when he goes down the straight, he excelled down the straight, so it was a good win for him. I've got to ask this. Has he got a love affair with Redcliffe? He seems to fly around that track. Yeah, that's right. He won here on Redcliffe Cup night, and when he first come up here, this is where he was regularly racing. So he's grown up in the bush, so this little track doesn't seem to bother him. And once he has any start he's had in Queensland, if he's had a little bit of luck, he just gets the job done. He's probably had about 6, maybe 7 wins this campaign up here. Yeah, he's been really good at Redcliffe, no question. So the big question here, the follow-up question, can he bring it to the big smoke with a good draw here on Saturday night? Can he score? Yeah, well, I think he should be in with it. Like I said, he just needs a bit of luck, and even at Albion, he's had some pretty good times there leading up in races and that, so he should be in with the mix. Okay, the horse drawn to your inside, my name's Evan, gate speed horse. So how does this sort of shake out early? Do you want to be in front? Do you think you can lead? How does it shake out? I'd definitely love to lead, that's for sure, because he is a good front runner. But like you said, the one's got a bit of gate speed, and I'd say it would probably push forward. So that's probably tricky, and that's the thing about the 2 draw. You probably look at it and go, not too bad a draw, but then when the one's going to hold, you don't know whether it might be a bad draw. So we'll just have to play the motion and see where we are by the first corner. He doesn't have to lead, and he proved that with the Redcliffe win. Yeah, that's right. He's got plenty of speed, and with a comfortable trip, away he'll go. All right. Better Keppel, really good there, running second last time out. So if they overdo it early, he could be the biggest benefactor, really. Yeah, and he's drawn pretty comfortable for himself too, I reckon. And in the heat last week at Redcliffe, he was probably a touch unlucky not to win, in a way that I was to his outside and was able to keep him in a pocket and sprint it away without him, and he come through after the line and was sprinting through. So he was really good his last start, and seems to be well and gets along with Leonard. So he should hopefully run a good race. All right. What about Saint Veran? We moved to race 2 here. Saint Veran drawn out in 5. Is he just starting to test the friendship with you? Yeah, he's so hot and cold. His last 2 starts have probably been a bit disappointing, but I've just probably gone back to what I was doing with him earlier, a bit more swimming with him and that. So usually that freshens him up a bit. So I'm hoping that he'll hit the line a lot stronger than he has in his previous, because he is a nice horse when he's right. Okay, so you've just touched on it there. Drawn gate 5, right in the middle. You're likely to drift back? Yeah, probably just pull the left rein and try and slot in by the first corner rather than drag him, but I probably won't work forward from there. And it is a bit of a tough draw, because I've got 4 inside me, and I think there's 4 to 5 off the back row, so there'll probably be a bit of traffic there on the first lap, but hopefully he lobs handy. All right. It's a really even field on paper, isn't it, this race? Yeah, that's right, and that's why I just want to see him back at his best, because when he does have a good trip, away he goes. But he's just, the other day, he just didn't seem very comfortable the whole race, and was over racing a bit in that, but hopefully on Saturday night I got him worked out and going a bit better.
All right. Race number 3. This is the consolation of the opening race. So a couple of handy types here. You've picked up the drive on Despondent, drawn 2 off the second row. Is he some sort of chance here?
Well, it's the same as the last race. I think it's a pretty open race, and with a good trip, I'd definitely say he's in for the fight because there's no standouts, and he's a handy enough horse himself.
Have you driven him before?
No, I haven't, so okay. It was a nice little pickup.
All right, well, that's Despondent there in race 3. What about race 4? I'm keen to get your thoughts here. Sunday mornings, this is your horse, you train him. Last week he had a bad draw in gate 7. He moves in 1 spot closer to on Saturday night with gate 6. How does he sort of measure up here?
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row get a frustrating draw because last week was first start and wanted him to do well, and he drew 7 and went back and had to go about 4, 5, 6, 7 wide on the last lap and sprinted to the line a bit. He probably went a lot better than he probably looked, considering how wide he was and how far he got shuffled back. And then this week he draws 6, so probably not much better, but hopefully if I can push forward and get him in a bit more of a prominent position, he should do well because he done well at Menangle before he come up here, and he is training well, so I'd love to get him that right run and get him hitting the line strong.
Okay, so you were more than happy with that run last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you could judge him off it too bad because just the way it went against him so much, he had to go so wide and so far back, and the front runners got away on him. So.
All right. So whatever he does again this weekend, don't drop off. He was more than okay last week. Tricky draw again coming up on Saturday night, but we've got to stick with him.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. I'd say stick with him. It just needs the right draw, and then hopefully he'll be in the money. But just 2 weeks in a row getting a bad draw, but if he can overcome it on Saturday, he might be at a lot of a better position. Just have to see what happens.
All right. Race 5, the mare's open. Myra Dawn, she gives her all every time she steps out. She's got a nice trailing draw here on Saturday night, 2 off the second row. Do we expect the same again?
Yeah, she went heaps good last start. She put in a good fight and only went down a metre, so I was cheering for her down the straight. And like you say, she always puts in 100%, and I think she's fit and healthy and ready to go again on Saturday, so just need the right trip. Not too bad a draw, so hopefully she'll be in the money.
All right, we've got those summer carnival features just around the corner. The Forever Gold, is that a target race for her?
Yeah, definitely. If she is going well, like she went through the winter carnival and matched some of the best mares, and you know, didn't disgrace herself. She kept up with them, so if she's doing well and she loves Albion Park, away she goes.
All right. Race 6, this is the open pace over the mile. You're driving Deus Ex, and you hold the key to this race. He's a gate speed horse, and you've got the speed drawn to your outside with Mr. McLaren, Brados Lad, Northview Hustler. What do you think this race is going to sort of do here with Deus Ex?
Yeah, it's a good field and another good pickup drive for myself, and he has drawn pretty handy, so hopefully just push through and hope he's up there and in the correct spot and give him hell at the end.
All right. Last week we saw another sub-50 mile. The track's been, undertaking some remedial works there throughout the week. Who knows what sort of time they could run here on the weekend.
That's right, and the weather's even this morning heated right up, so with a bit more warm weather, I'd say they'll be ready to run some good times.
All right. Race 7. This is your horse, Old Luke, here. Chloe's taking the drive on Old Luke, and he's got to overcome gate 7. What are the expectations here with Old Luke?
Yeah, hopefully he should do all right. The draw is probably a little bit annoying because it'll be hard for her to find a good position from there, but Chloe gets on with Luke really well, and he keeps fighting to the line, so hopefully he's in with a bit of a check.
All right. Royal Speech draws gate 1, Aroda's in gate 4. If these favourites sort of overdo it, does that bring Old Luke into this race?
Definitely, and he can probably sit on speed like that. Like his first few starts up here, I think they even near broke 50, and he kept up with them and run 4th there one night, so he can sit on speed all day. So if they are going mad, he'll be there. He'll be happy enough with them.
Do you prefer him at the mile or Saturday night's trip, which is 2,138 metres?
He's pretty versatile. Like I say, he can sit on speed, but he's pretty tough as well, so it doesn't bother.
Okay, so why Chloe driving and not yourself?
Well, I hadn't picked up a check on him last start. I was a bit dirty on my drive for taking off on him, and Chloe enjoys his company and all that. So I thought I'll just throw her on and save me a hassle of worrying about him.
Okay, so you sacked yourself.
Sacked myself, but only because Chloe gets along with him so well, and she really does enjoy driving him, and she didn't have a drive in him, so thought that'd work out better.
All right, so it's a busy night for you there on Saturday night. Which one are you most looking forward to?
Well, I'm pretty excited for the night, and hopefully the first race is. I love the Rainbow Beach, driving him every time, and he's doing well. So, but it's a pretty exciting night for myself. Nice little book, so hopefully be in with the money there a few times.
All right, well, hopefully we get the party started early with race 1, number 2, the Rainbow Beach. He's loved life here in Queensland. He's been good for you. You're loving life in Queensland. So appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Thanks, Chris.
There he is, Mitch driving a heap of runners there on Saturday night. Brendan Barnes is now in the hot seat to go through his book of drives on Saturday night. Breno, appreciate the time.
No, thank you.
We start with race 1. This is a good final, this one, the up to NR70. Amami is your drive. This guy's low flying, but the draw potentially could be a little sticky.
Yeah, he's definitely in career best form, I believe. I don't think there's any reason why he can't win that race. The way he's going, he's gone forward and done a fair bit of work in these past few starts and has been thereabouts.
So what's the gut feel at this stage? Are we likely to roll forward here? Do you want to blast off the gate? How do you play it early?
He doesn't have a lot of gate speed, but I sort of think that we can sit parked and go close.
Okay, he was terrific last week. Close up third. It was a nose by a nose of margins, and his effort was really good.
Yeah, it was super.
Okay, so looking at potential threats here, my name's Evans in good form. He's a last start winner. The Rainbow Beach was a heat winner. Teddy Turpin's only a 3-year-old going up in grade. What a Roller was also impressive, winning his heat. Quite a few here that have a chance. Yeah,
definitely. My name's Evans, going to probably be the early leader. I think we got the best horse in the race with the Umami, but we're probably going to have to do a little bit of work and we might be a little bit of a sitting duck for someone like What a Roller or the Rainbow Beach, but I wouldn't swap him, that's for sure.
Okay, first race Albion Park on a Saturday night. Normally they run a bit of time. I'm tipping this race will be no different.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Okay, well, that's race 1. What about in race 2? You're driving Parami. You know this guy. He's drawn 2 off the second row. He got beaten last time out. Is he up to winning this race, in your opinion?
Look, he's probably more of a leader, but, it'll probably do him good to not sort of be driven too tough and just drive him quietly for a change. So no reason he can't if he brings his best form.
Okay. That looks really open, that race. No standout on paper.
Yeah, definitely. We're probably relying on a bit of luck, I think, from there.
Okay. What about race 3? This is the consolation to the opening race. Promising. You sat behind this guy last week. He was able to find the front, and that was the difference. On the front end, he just proved too hard to beat, and he made a good thing of it.
Yeah, he did. He got it his own way in front and was too good. It's not a strong race this either. I think, we'll probably be looking to adopt the same sort of tactics.
Okay, so is he good enough to overcome gate 10 at a mile and beat his rivals here?
Yeah, he is, but it just sort of depends on how it pans out and sort of if we can get him into the race or if we got to drive him with one run.
Is he better in front or coming off a helmet?
I think he's definitely better in front. He can be a little bit one-paced, coming off a helmet. I think, in front's obviously his best go, but yeah, from there we got to try and get there, but yeah, it'd be good if we could.
Just looking back at last week, he was never in any danger, was he?
No, he wasn't. He was able to control it pretty easy and he was untouched to the line. He done it as he pleased.
Okay, so he's a good chance of going back-to-back. Keen to get your thoughts here on Haranya in race 4. We just saw the replay of Promising there. He was in that race. He was a real eye-catcher. This looks tailor-made for him, this race on the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. He's a high-quality horse we've got a lot of time for. I think he'll whiz through the grades, no doubt about it. And great draw for him. I think there's a little... I don't know how he gets out. There's a bit of speed outside him in Jacko Wally, but... we got the draw, and if he can come out and use it, that'd be great.
He could run fast time, couldn't he?
Yeah, definitely. He's a nice horse. Got a lot of high speed.
Okay, so Summer Carnival features just around the corner. Is there something there that could potentially be a target?
Look, if he gets back to his very best form, it's definitely good enough. I think going back a number of years now, he beat District Attorney in the Tasmanian Derby, but he's got to recapture some of that form. But we're just happy, running him through his grades and hopefully he just keeps progressing along.
Okay, good push there for Haranya. Let's go across now to the last race, or second last race. Majestic Lavros, first time behind this trotter?
Yes.
Okay, so drawn the inside of the second row. Mobile started a mile. You're following out Mildom and Eddie. How does that sit with you?
Yeah, it's just got to sort of depend on how everyone begins. He's a high-speed horse, Majestic Lavros, so I think the draw's good. We just need some luck.
Okay. At his best, he's more than capable. He was a finalist for the Inter-Dominion back in December.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, that's Majestic Lavros. And what about this last race, the 2-year-old, Our Auntie Belma for Chris Barsby? Any sort of chance here against Cool and Classy?
I think she'll probably just find them a little bit too tough, but she's a nice enough little filly in her own right. But yeah, there's some really good 2-year-old fillies in that.
Okay, so which one are we most keen about? Haranya?
I think Haranya's got the draw, but I think Amami actually. I'm looking forward. That's a good race. The good prize money. So I think, yeah, we'll take a shot with him.
All right, race 1, number 6, Amami it is. Breno, as always, appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Beauty. Thanks, Chris.
As always, a big thanks to our 2 drivers, this week being Mitch Turnbull and Brendan Barnes. Hopefully, they find themselves into the winner's circle there on Saturday night. It's a great program, like I said. Best bet, though, super confident with this guy. Any price a winner. Race 4, number 1, Haranya. The red light is flashing with this guy. Both of his local runs have been super. Finally gets a good draw. He's got the right trip as well. He's a proven big-time winner, winning the Tasmanian Derby a few seasons ago. This is his race. Super confident with him. Race 4, number 1, Haranya. Overall, it's a strong program. Don't forget down in Sydney at Menangle, plenty of Queensland interest, highlighted by Leap to Fame, who goes around in that free-for-all race. And then next Tuesday, we've got heats of the Peak of the Creek. So there's something coming up for everyone in the next couple of weeks anyway, with the Summer Carnival just around the corner. We'll see you trackside, Albion Park, this Saturday night.